Hello everyone, it's Trophy Wine Hunter. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm really pleased to bring you a review of the Domaine de Villaine 2018 Bourgognes Côte Chalonaise La Fortune. And this is really the type of wine that wine lovers should really be excited about. Always people are looking for these value wines that are, really just great wines. This is this type of wine. It's still fairly expensive in the scheme of things, but for Burgundy, it's not. It comes from the Côte Chalonaise region, which is kind of a lesser region or not as well-known region in Burgundy. It's not going to have huge ratings, but this is everything that some people should love in Burgundy. So it comes from Domaine de Villaine and started by Aubert de Villaine and his wife Pamela. In the 1970s, Aubert and his wife their family settled in the village of Bouzeron in the Côte Chalonaise region. And his job is the director of the Domaine de la Romanée-Conti, or DRC. So, of course, it's a very prestigious job. He makes the best wines in the world. But he just still considered himself a winemaker and a wine owner, and so this is his personal estate in Bouzeron. And essentially he single-handedly made Bouzeron in the Côte Chalonaise region a region again, or rediscovered the region. It's always been a region that has been famous for making wines back to even the 12th century, when the monks of the abbey of Cluny did this. And he almost single-handedly revitalized the grape of Aligoté, which is a white grape varietal that has, for some reason, grows very well in Burgundy. As most people know, Chardonnay is the main grape in white wine producing grape in Burgundy. But for some reason, Bouzeron is one of the best places to grow Aligoté, and again, he has been able to do that. He has also produced single vineyard red and white wines in Côte Chalonaise, and made a quality level that's quite unbelievable and stunning. And so really, that's the beauty of this wine. It is available. It's not easy to find because it's not high production. It's not flashy. It's probably going to be somewhere between $70 to $150 Canadian, depending on where you can find it. But that's fairly reasonable for a really good Burgundy. And this is really good Burgundy. This is kind of the things that people always say, well, we can't find affordable Burgundy. This is it. Again, it's not flashy. It's not going to be high priced. It's not going to age for 50 years. It's not going to earn you money. But this is really good stuff. And this is stuff that people should be drinking and should be excited about. But a lot of times people will be saying, wow, it's Côte Chalonaise. How could it? It's not even Premier Cru. How good can it be? Drink it. You'll know. This is what quality value Burgundy should taste like. Today, Domaine de Villaine is now led by Aubert's nephew, Pierre de Benoist. And he concentrates on three regions in Côte Chalonaise: Bouzeron, where he grows Aligoté; Roulis, where he grows both Chardonnay and Pinot Noir; and Mercurey, which he grows Pinot Noir also. So I guess this comes from a region in Côte Chalonaise, and again, it's single vineyard. It's called La Fortune, and it's amazing to do single vineyard bottlings in Côte Chalonaise, which should be kind of a very value-oriented region that can't produce great grapes. He's totally changed that around. You just have to take a lot of care. He's got the expertise and the skill, of course, because he does wines for DRC. He knows pretty much a lot. He probably knows a lot about winemaking. He does. He has a diversity of vin stock. He uses organic and biodynamic methodologies, and this is all these things can produce some spectacular wines. So this wine, the 2018 vintage, the notes that the website give you is that rarely does you have the opportunity to pick grapes as ripe as in 2018 for the La Fortune vineyard. And so that means it was a very heavy sugar-laden vintage. And if you can just look at the color of this wine, I don't know if we can get it on camera, but it's really quite dark red. Not like a lot of value Burgundies that are quite almost like cherry. This is quite a dark color of red. And you can see the ripeness that you get with this wine. So let's taste it. I've had it open for a little while. We had it at dinner. Now it's about 3 or 4 hours after dinner. So it's aerated nicely. On the smell, you get a nice floral components. Then you get some raspberries and some dark cherries. Really quite encompassing and very fresh and fragrant. Really, this to me is Burgundy. Like the aromatics are great here, and you know, some complexity also in this. One of the complaints I always have about value Burgundy is it's too light. Tastes like syrupy, like cough syrup, like cherry cough syrup. This has got a little bit more body, a little bit more tannin structure. It's not heavy tannins, but it does have lots of dark fruit, dark cherries, strawberries, and then on the aftertaste, components of almost like a plumminess to it, but really tasty, and lots of good body on this too. It's not light and dilute, and it's not over cherried like cough syrup. It's got that nice mid palate. It's got that nice weight that can hold up to that tartness. So it's not like tart. One of the complaints I think I have with a lot of value Burgundies are that it is like so tart. The cherry is so tart that it's really acidic. This is not that, and that's one of the earmarks for me of good quality Burgundy, that it's not just like tart and acidic. It's got some depth to it, but it still has that cherry and strawberry component. So lovely wine, really drinks well. We had it with a number of different types of food, and it was held up very nicely to this. Color is great. Just a lovely bottle of wine that is meant for drinking. This is like so classic in terms of Burgundy and what Aubert believes in. This is not wine to be cellared for 10 years and to be traded. This is wine to be pop and opened within 2 to 3 years of the vintage, and then just to be drank dinner, at a regular dinner, nothing fancy. And this is exactly the type of wine this is. I don't have a point rating for this wine, but I'm going to give it 91 points. I really like this wine just because it's great drinking. Having said that, it's not going to last very much longer. I think it's drinking really nicely now. You don't have to decant it. So now it's 2.5. This is a 2018 vintage, so it's 7 years. I think that's really the optimum time for this wine. 5 to 7 years, not longer than maybe 10. It's not really meant for that. It's drinking really nicely right now, and it'll probably hold up for a year or two. Again, this is a drinker's wine. This is a wine lover's wine. It's not a collector's wine. It's maybe people want to treat these like collector wines, but Domaine Villaine actually makes, you know, premier cru and also a little bit heavier wines. This is at the kind of just everyday drinking type stuff for Burgundy, and that's why I love this wine. I love this producer. Hope you've enjoyed this video. Until next time, happy drinking.